Hi, I'm Jason Morris. I'm the President and Chief Operating Officer of Employee Screen IQ, and I'm joined by Kevin Bachman, our Vice President of Operations. Kevin, what should a job seeker expect in this process?
Well, the first thing that a candidate should expect is really something that I don't think candidates think of when they go through the process, and that's the company wants to hire you. The company the recruiting's done, the interview's done, they've ordered a background check, they've paid for a background check. They want the process to be over, and they hope you're the next new team member. And in our experience, it's really a foreign concept to a lot of candidates, rightfully so. A background check, it's a nervous time, it's a scary time. It's not something that people go through often, but by and large, everybody wants this to work out, and they hope that you're the next new team member.
The term background check is an archaic, nebulous term. What does it mean?
Yeah, it's a great question. A typical background check will have a few different components. There will be a criminal records check, which looks for felony and misdemeanor convictions in places you've lived, worked, or gone to school. It'll typically include an education or an employment verification. And if you're driving a company vehicle, it'll include a motor vehicle report. Two things that people think are usually part of every background check that are, in fact, rarely parts of background checks are credit checks, especially if you're not handling financial data, money, or sensitive pieces of information. And the last one are reference interviews, where the background check company will call former friends or coworkers or neighbors. That information is really subjective, and a lot of clients just typically choose to use more objective pieces of information. They don't see a whole lot of value in that interview process anymore.
When I'm looking at you as the screening company, are you doing this to try to find a gotcha moment? Are you doing the background check to find something bad?
Background check companies typically only aim to find accurate information and provide it to its clients to make good hiring decisions. We work ultimately for our clients and try and protect the rights of applicants as best we can. So it's in nobody's interest to find and report inaccurate information. So there's a lot of steps and protocols that we take as a screening company to make sure that what we provide is honest, accurate, complete, and up to date. It's in everybody's best interest that the product be as accurate as possible.
So I think one of the good examples is one of the things that we do is when we're comparing salary information, and the person says they made $50,000 a year, and they actually made, when we call the employer, $30,000 a year. It's the follow-up questions that we ask that person on the phone. Well, hey, did they make a commission? Was there a bonus involved? So I think it's imperative that the candidates know that we're not trying to find lies. We're actually trying to give the employer reasons to hire that individual.
Yeah, we're looking to match the information that's provided to us as part of the background check with what we find when we make those phone calls, and that's a great example. It's doing those follow-up phone calls and asking those questions that allow us to present information that's accurate, as opposed to hearing two pieces of information, getting off the phone 5 seconds later. That information just doesn't materially reflect what's accurate.
And I think it's important for candidates to know that they have rights. I mean, there's rights given to them by the federal government and different states, and they have reason to dispute and processes they can follow for that. And because of all that, and because knowing what we just talked about, candidates should be honest. When you fill out the application, you're filling out the release, be honest with everything, put everything out there, and you should be in a good place.
Exactly. Providing accurate information initially allows for the best background check, the fastest background check, and like you said, every candidate is allowed to see a copy of the background check that we do, and all they have to do is call us or ask their employer.
Well, thank you. And if you want to find more information out about consumer rights or background screening in general, you can visit us at www.employeescreen.com or follow us on Twitter @employeescreen.